Hey friends. Well, I'm a little late today. My daughter had an induction into National Honor Society, so we were there this afternoon. So I am late getting started, finishing up with the Christmas shop. But before I start, I want to show you guys something. So Marie over at Notorious Crafts, you guys, she gave me the best idea today. She has a wonderful little brick facade that she does. So I'm going to link her video in the description. I have to think, y'all. And definitely go and watch it because it's just amazing. It is a whole nother way to do bricks. Fun way, still looks like it's going to be hard. And like I told her, I will not be doing any bricks anytime soon. So, but she gave me another idea for what she did. So she took one of these. This is one of those shadow boxes. I don't have it opened because I want to keep protecting the glass. But you see it's about 2 inches thick. So you can build inside of these. And that's just what she did. She put her brick facade inside here, and she's got like a Christmas tree, some packages by the little stoop. Super, super cute. Well, y'all know me. So I thought, my friend just is redoing her kitchen. That's what her husband gave her for Christmas, a whole new kitchen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build her new kitchen in here. My camera is having a hard time focusing on that. And I'm going to give that to her as a gift. So as a new kitchen housewarming gift. Doesn't that sound lovely? But go watch the video. I am sure you guys will come up with some amazing things to do in those as well. Why did I never think to put a miniature in there? And y'all excuse my hands. I've been painting, y'all. I've been painting. I've been trying to get things done. And then look what I did. So here's the shelf that I did end up printing for the shop. And y'all is painting it. Look, I missed a whole shelf and I missed doing a next coat on there. But it does, I do want to show you how well these paint. This is 3D, obviously printed. I did not paint the back because nobody's going to see the back, y'all. Nobody's supposed to be looking back there. But I did miss this and this, so I am going to go back in and finish painting those. But I had already cleaned my brushes. Y'all be so proud of me. I cleaned my brushes. So I'll go back in and do these. But that's going to go right here. I do wish, and I don't know, you guys can't see it. Ugh, it was just a tad bit taller. You see how short it is, but we're going to make it work. I have our little snowmen in a bottle that will fit either on top there or in the red shelves that we have already. So those are going to go somewhere in there. But I want to show you what all I've done. So I have installed the windows. They are kind of taped in right now because I glued them in so that because one falls out, one sticks really well, and that is my poor cutting, you guys. So I feel like they're doing fine, but they're glued in. The glue is drying, and you can see up here I have the lights going across here. Now I'm going to tell you why I did that. At first I was going to put the lights along this right here, and I need to paint this. There is a cover, a plexiglass cover that goes in here. It slides down. So I thought I would put the lights on the outside so that when that plexiglass cover is in place, these will still be outside and will light it up. So that's my plan. I have not figured out a light for the inside yet, but I think I'm just going to put a puck light in there and call it a day, y'all. I'll cover it with some ribbon of some sort just to make it look nice. I did end up, so here's our Christmas tree. Let me turn y'all back down. You don't want to see the top of everything. So here's our Christmas tree. I ended up leaving it on the base that I had, that little 3-drawer chest. And I'll tell you why I didn't paint this all the way. Because a lot of times, guys, we utilize things for something and then we change our minds. And so for right now, this is what this is going to be. It's going to be a tree, a stand for the Christmas tree. I put these little lights from Temu on the tree, and y'all look at our little topper. I am in love with that. I did forget the garland, but I felt like I didn't have enough garland to go around this tree, so I didn't end up doing it. So maybe next year I'll buy some extra of that garland and I'll put it on the tree, and I think it'll look super pretty. Now, I will tell you, everything that's going to be in here is going to be removable. And this is why. Because oftentimes we build a box, a room box, and then a year, maybe 2 years later, we think, you know what? I want this to be a living room instead of a Christmas shop. If y'all hear noises, it's Walter rummaging through things. I don't know what he's doing. But so I may eventually want to change this into something else. So nothing's glued down. I used my little sticker, double-sided sticker things from Amazon, those little clear ones. I, of course, don't have any right here in front of me, to put everything in. Okay, so I'm not going to glue anything down. This one I'm not going to glue down at all. I'm not even going to put the little stickers on it. I am going to move that out for right now so you guys can see what I did. So I have up here, let me lean it back a little bit. One of those sleighs is up there. Let me move the camera. And I attached some wreaths to it, okay? I did a little pegboard over here. You guys can see that. And I'm going to show you how I do this. I have to move this out of the way, though, to be able to show you. This room box is so big and bulky. Like I said, the windows installed, the lights will come on. Let me turn them on. There's those lights. Those actually, this side manages those lights, and this side over here manages these lights. Maybe, there we go. I mean, that lights it up pretty bright, but I do think it needs one central light in here just to look a little bit better. But that just kind of gives you an idea. I'm in love with this pegboard. This I've got to paint some more, and then we'll add stuff to it. So I think after this week, we're going to be able to decorate. Now I want to show you what I made. I do have this sleigh, and I just stuck a wreath in it. I haven't decided if that's exactly what's going to stay in there, and I am going to add all the gifts and all that stuff. And then I've got, remember these that we got from Temu, these little wooden circles. One of them's broken in here, but I think I'm going to use these as like wall decor in their natural state, and like just hang a couple of them up on the walls, because I don't, I just thought they'd be good for extra decoration, okay? So I'm going to do that. There's the little Amazon things if y'all wanted to remember what they looked like. I also did this. Do y'all remember the little Christmas bracelet set that we got from Hobby Lobby? Well, this is what I ended up doing with it. I just cut a piece of wood, actually a piece of wood left over from the pegboard, and I cut it to the length I needed. I colored it with the furniture markers. Y'all, those things are fabulous because they dry immediately. I like that, and I was tired of painting, y'all. I'd been painting. Y'all see, I've been painting. So I just did a Merry Christmas sign. I added a couple of those little bells. These little stars came with the bracelet making kit, and then I just put a little red bell there. And so that will sit in the shop. I haven't decided where I'm going to put it yet, but I did make that. Remember, we have these little gifts. Y'all, these are such good quality from Real Good Toys. I love them. So I haven't decided, though, yet quite where I'm going to put these. I may end up putting some of these gifts in the sleigh. So we'll see how that goes. But let's move this out of the way. And you guys, I have lost, y'all know my favorite wreath that says Merry Christmas on it? I've lost that. I don't know what I did with it. But I've been moving things around a lot, and so yeah, it's ridiculous. So let me move this out of the way. And I always have to have a place to set it. It sits right on top of my bin here for my trash. So I'm just going to show you on a little sample piece of wood. Now, I would have cut this to be the size that I want, and you can make these any size that you want to make them. I just measured where I wanted it to go on the wall in the shop, and that's what I cut the piece of wood to be. Then what I did, and so like this I would think it would be long, but like if you were doing a craft room and you wanted a glitter wall, or you wanted a place to hang ribbon, this would be perfect size to hang in a little small spot without even having to cut it or anything. This needs to be trimmed up. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to show you guys what I did. So I have, let me find all my stuff I had. I have these straight pins. You know, they're just plain old metal straight pins that you would use maybe for sewing. Although I'll tell y'all, I've never used pins like this for sewing. I like the ones with the pretty little tops on them. So the first thing that I did is I took my pencil and my ruler. What did I do with my little ruler? There it is, over there, of course. And I just measured out 1/4 inch spacings across the top. I got it where I wanted to start it. I put that there. So I did 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, and 1/4 inch, and 1/4 inch. Then what I did was I went in and I erased, this one's a little smaller, so I think I'm going to just erase this one and this far one over here, just so you have an idea of how I did this. And I went in, I had 4 across, so when I finished it, I had like 6, and so I was able to take the 2 middle ones out to where I just had what I needed. So then what I did is I decided how far do I want them apart, and this, y'all, I did eyeball this, but I just would go down and say we want them that far apart. We're going to hang ribbon on this one. We're not really. But so then I did that. Then I took my ruler and did my dots for where I wanted my pegs to go. And this one's kind of crooked, y'all, but you get the, I'm just giving you the idea of what to do. I'm not measuring. So then what I did was, let me find my awl, and of course, I can't find the one I was using, but I just took an awl, a pokey tool of any sort, and I went on top of my holes, and I just pushed down, just like that, on each of the holes. It goes through, this basswood is pretty soft, so it works great. And if you find you need a bigger hole, just, you know, wiggle it around a little bit in there. Okay. And so then I had my holes. All right. Now what I wanted to do was decide how long I wanted my little pegs to be, or my, yeah, my little, I guess we call them pegs. So I took my, little jewelry pliers here. Y'all, these are stuck together so much with glue that I can't even get them open anymore. But I decided how long I wanted it, and so I cut the first one. Now this will make you strong, y'all. If you don't have very good strength in your hands, you might get somebody else to do this for you. So I cut it to the length I wanted, and I just measured it. These I did not measure perfectly. You know, I'm just putting them in here just to show you guys. And they fit right in there, you see. So however long you want them, if you want them a little longer so you could fit several spools of ribbon, or, you know, these, I could hang these wreaths on one, and I would do that, you know, like down the middle or something. But so depending on what I'm going to hang up is how long I want to make these. Then I put a dollop of glue on each hole. Then I went back in and put each needle in. And then I painted around them. I wasn't too worried about it because nobody's going to be looking directly at it. Remember, with miniatures, guys, it's all about the illusion of you're trying to make it look like the real thing, but it does not have to be perfect. And often in miniatures, we can't make things perfect, so we give that illusion. Okay, so this is the illusion of a pegboard. And so I would just go down through and cut several more of these to the length I wanted them to be, and then I would have my pegboard. Then I would paint it, put it on whatever I'm going to put on it, and hang it up. I did hang mine up with the little stickers because, again, I may want to take it off someday, so I would do that. So that is how I did the pegboard. Super, super easy. If you don't have these little like pins, and y'all, I got a whole box of these, I think on Temu for like 76 cents. It wasn't expensive. They sell these at Walmart, at Hobby Lobby. I'm sure Michael's has them as well. Amazon has them. Temu, of course, has them, y'all. So, you know, just look in the sewing section or wherever you shop to find some of these. Little nails would work as well. You know, those little short gold nails, those would be pretty. They could be really decorative. So you could use something like that. These are super easy to cut, but if you don't have those, you could use jewelry wire. I would recommend a bigger gauge, just so it has the strength to hold up, and then when you hang something on it, you don't want it bending or anything. So you want to make sure you get a pretty good gauge of wire, and you can tell just by feeling it, is it easy? Does it bend real easy? You don't want something that you would make little dangly earrings out of or something. You want something a little sturdier. So that's how I made that. I told y'all how I did the the Merry Christmas sign. That was just letter beads, those happen to come together in a package for a Merry Christmas bracelet. But all you got to do is have some letter beads, and you could do that. You could glue little wooden beads, something. It could say anything. It could say joy. It could say happy holidays. It could say happy birthday, whatever you're doing it for. This is easily transferable into other decor. It could say family. You could use those little blocks they sell at Hobby Lobby. They're like a 1/4-inch block. You could do those and do family on there. I think those would be super cute. You know how we've shrunk down pictures? You could put pictures on this. And y'all, this literally took 10 minutes. The longest time that took me the longest was cutting this board to size, and sanding it a little bit, and then gluing the letters all together, making sure I had them spaced correctly and everything. So really quick and easy project that you could do for your dollhouse, for a room box, anything that you're making. So that's where I am on this shop. One more thing I want to tell you. Do you guys remember the Snoopy birthday room that I purchased? I think from Pure Mind. Oh my gosh, y'all. So I was working on that this weekend. I'm very disappointed in it, friends. I'm going to finish it up, and I'll show y'all probably next week, or when I do my Wednesday. I'm going to have a Temu haul on Wednesday. But I was really, really disappointed in the kit. The papers don't fit just right. I mean, it's just kind of a hot mess. But I'll go over all that with you and show you everything. It is cute. It does look cute. So I think once it's done, it will have the illusion that it was so simple and easy and perfect. And so we won't have anything to complain about, friends. So that is everything for today. Please go check out Marie's video. I will link it in the description. And thank you all so much for all your comments. I did decide I'm going to do 2 junk journals. My husband had bought me a prayer journal for Easter. And so I think that what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to make that my spiritual junk journal. I hate calling it a junk journal when it's about God and my spiritual journey and everything, my prayers. But that's what I'm going to do with that one, because I do have stickers. I have lots of things that I can put in there. And so I think that I might use that book for it. I did order another book on Amazon, so we'll see. My envelopes and things, everything should be here on Monday. So I'm hoping that those go well with the card making. We'll see. I just had to chuckle at all of y'all's comments about not wanting another hobby, but friends, I'm going to talk you into it. I'm telling you. But thanks so much, everybody, for watching. I do appreciate you guys, and I will see you on Wednesday this week, because the grandbaby is at her mom's house. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. I appreciate you all so much. I appreciate your comments. You give me such great ideas, and I just appreciate you all. Thanks, guys. I'll see you soon.